Welcome back to our video series. Okay, on our last video we looked at the if function of our IGCSE ICT syllabus data analysis. So today we want us to look. I want us to look at nested if functions. Let's say, for example, as we saw last time, that the if is quite limiting because maybe it has only 3 parts. Let's say we wanted a more condition. So if we look maybe at this spreadsheet, so want maybe to get what? Want to get the symbol here. So want to get symbol from the exam mark. So I want to get the symbol from the exam mark. So in order to get the symbol here, maybe if we will use an if, then we'll, okay, this is how we use, we select the if, go to if here. So the logical test is supposed to be what? We want to check if this J4, the exam, if it is greater or equal to maybe, let's say 90%. So if J, okay, sorry about that, let's move this 2 up here. So if J4 is greater or equals to 90%, then J4 is greater or equal to 90%, then we want to display what? We want to display the text A star. We want to display the text A star. But if you notice, A star is then put inside quotes, double quotes. So when you want to display text, as we've said in the previous videos, you need to put the text inside quotes. So want to display that, okay, and maybe the only other symbol you can display maybe is A. So okay, click OK and try to replicate this. So as you can see, this is quite limiting because the result here, okay, let's check, let's maybe put a 95 here. Okay, this is A star, then the others will be A. So it is quite limiting. This if is quite limiting because it only has 2 options, the value if true and then the value if false. But we can add maybe another if inside here. You can add another if inside here to check again if maybe it's not an A star. Maybe put another logical test here. So how do we actually do that? We'll be looking at that nested if. Okay, so okay, let's remove this. Okay, maybe remove everything here. Okay, and then so we're here, cell M4, f of x. Okay, it's the if, the first condition. We want a student that has gotten an exam mark of greater or equal to what? Greater or equal to 90, and we want to display A star as the symbol for that student. So I type in A star, then the value if false, maybe let's just type in 0. I will just show you why we type 0 just now. Okay, then you click OK. So the student will get A star because this one got 58%. We still have to sort out the other symbols here. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to continue with our function. We have to put inside another if to check now for the next range of marks. Maybe let's say, okay, we have to put another if inside this if. If you notice, an if has 3 components. If has got 3 components, it is the logical test. So this is the logical test. A logical test basically is a Boolean test. So it's a Boolean test. It returns true. So J4 is greater or equal to 90. So J4, this is J4, greater or equal, so it's 95. So that means this statement is true. this means that this statement is true for J4. So if the statement is true, then we come to the value if true. So this is the value if true. We have to display a star. So that's why we have a star on that cell. And then if the value is false, so if the value is false, we say it should display as 0. So that's why we're getting a 0 in this, maybe in this one here, because this number is less than 90, the 90 here. So okay, I don't want to display a 0 here. Okay, I want to insert a if here. Okay, another if to check. So this is if. I type if here, I double click here. So if you notice, the first if had black brackets and this one has red brackets. So if I click on f of x, so this is the if with the red brackets now. So if I click inside this if, it will show me this statement here. Okay, to show me the what I've already typed before. Here I had inputted the 0. I had inputted the 0 here, but now I want another if to check for another condition. So I'll insert another if here. Okay, when I click inside this bracket, you see that everything here disappears because I have to check again this exam mark of mine. Now it has to be greater or equal to what? To 80%. And then greater or equal to 80% is the A symbol. Then if not, display as 0. Display as 0 again. Okay, let's check. Okay, can click yes here. Okay, can replicate my formula. So if you notice, this is the mark that is greater than 80 now, greater or equal to 80. That's why it's displaying an A. And for the others, I still haven't put maybe or I still haven't checked for them. I still haven't checked for all these. Okay, can go back to this 0 here again, remove the 0, put another if. Now I'm inside the value if false of the second if. So I also want to check now inside this second if, type in if here, double click, then f of x again. So now it's the third if. So the logical test here should be the exam, which is J4, needs to be greater or equal what now? 70. Greater or equal to 70. So what do I want? I want to display a B. I want to display B if it's greater or equal to 70. So okay, can type in another if here. Okay, and I place my cursor here, this will disappear. So that now I want to type what? This exam here should, if it's greater or equal to what? To 60. That is a C now. That is a C. Okay, and then another if inside here, if open bracket from the value if false, and then I click here inside this bracket. You see now it's it's another if. So this if needs to check if the exam here is greater or equal to what? So it's greater or equal to 60 here, then this is supposed to be greater or equal to 50. So this is supposed to be what? It's supposed to be a D. And then another if again. So you can have as many if as you want. Okay, so this if, this I put inside my bracket here. Logical test, I want to check what? Greater or supposed to be exam, greater or equal to what? Greater or equal to 40 now. So greater or equal to 40, I need to type in E. Yet if this now is inside. If this is not the case, so I have to type in another if to check again that if you get less than E, if you get less than E, okay, maybe let's say F is the last one. If you get greater or equal to 30%, then you should display what? Okay, if this is invalid because we didn't select the cell, here, which is J4. Okay, maybe let's say now want to display an E, then okay, say an F now. An F, maybe the student has failed dismally. Then another if again. So that's how we do nested if. So you always type the if inside the new if inside there, the new if inside the value if false. Okay, so the last one, J4 is greater or equal to 20%. So this student has gotten what now? A G, okay. And then the last one, if they haven't gotten a G, then if we've gotten maybe less than okay, if not, then maybe the student has gotten a U. Then we display that the student has gotten a U. Okay, let's click OK. Okay, if you notice, we found a typo in your formula and tried to correct it. So Excel will try to correct these brackets. We haven't been closing some of these brackets here. So Excel will be closing these brackets here that I have for me. So I just click yes here, and then okay, maybe we change the wrong formula here. But it's not a problem. You can just copy this one here and then paste it here. Then it won't be a problem. So if I try to replicate, okay, talked about double clicking in the previous video. Okay, maybe we have a reference problem here. Then we have a reference problem. Okay, this happens a lot. I did this on purpose because it happens a lot for many students. So they usually then leave things maybe like this, yet you have to correct this error here, this error that is maybe appearing in this formula here. So how do we do it? So it's supposed to be what? So everything that is J is supposed to be J4. So this is supposed to be J4. Okay, the ref J4. J4. Okay, or just click J4 here, select here, click J4, select here, click J4, select here, and click J4. How did I know that it's supposed to I'm supposed to change that to J4? You just look at the formula here. For example, I click on this one. This is the first if I have. So if I click inside maybe this if here, okay, maybe let's say this if, then this is the next if I have for to check if this is greater or equals to 80%. And if I click here, as you can see, the values are changing as I'm clicking this if functions here. Okay, let me click OK now, try to replicate. So now the symbols are appearing as I want. So let's check if they are correct. So 95% an A star, 58% supposed to be a D because it's less than 60. 76, okay, maybe 70 to let's say 71 to 79 supposed to be a B. 87, Okay, let's check if this happens. 80, so it's supposed to be an A. So okay, let's check. 71, 79, 79 now is a B. So our function, okay, works perfectly now, as you can see. So if a student maybe got 22, then it's a G. Okay, maybe let's say the student just gotten something like 19. Okay, then it's an ungraded, it's a U. Then our formula works very well. Okay, maybe let's look at it again. Let's look at a more simpler one. Let's look at a more simpler one. Okay, let's just check if let's say credit, want it to display credit or pass or maybe fail. Okay, so credit, pass, or a fail. So we want to check if okay, I want us to introduce maybe another function into our if. I want us to check another function into our if. Okay, so we will look at this one on the next video that we will be doing on the if. So I want us to add an and inside an if, an and inside an if. Okay, so please subscribe on this channel, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to send me an email or leave a comment so we can attend maybe to those messages. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video.